Hey friends, welcome back to At the Table. I'm Lisa, and this is the place where we talk about more than just houses. We talk about lifestyle, community, slowing down a little, and figuring out what kind of life actually feels good to live. And today I want to talk about summer, not the rushed, overheated, traffic-filled version a lot of us have gotten used to, but the slower version. The small town Texas version, because I think a lot of people are realizing they don't necessarily want a bigger life. They want a calmer one. You know what I've noticed? When people talk about the summers they miss, they usually aren't talking about fancy vacations or expensive things. They talk about sitting outside after dinner while the kids are riding bikes until dark, or getting snow cones from a little stand in town, Friday night music somewhere, waving at neighbors, slowing down to actually enjoy evenings again. And somewhere along the way, for a lot of people, life stopped feeling like that. Everything became rushed, busy, crowded, scheduled. And honestly, a lot of conversations I have with clients now aren't really about real estate anymore. They're about exhaustion. People are tired, not just physically tired, emotionally tired. One of the things I love most about small town Texas is that summer feels personal there. You still see local baseball games, little downtown festivals, farmers markets, sitting on porches, gathering at the town square, slower mornings and quieter evenings, my favorite. And no, small town isn't perfect. I never want to paint the unrealistic picture that it's magically easier all the time. But the pace is different, and that matters a lot to people. When you remove constant traffic and noise and rushing, you suddenly have space to think again. You sleep differently, you eat differently, you connect differently. And I think more people are craving that more than they realize. Now, I also want to say this because I think it's important. Moving to a smaller town doesn't mean you suddenly become a totally different person. And it doesn't mean everybody needs acreage or chickens and goats or wraparound porch. Sometimes what it means is just wanting a quieter neighborhood, wanting to know your community, wanting less stress, wanting your evenings back, maybe wanting to watch your kids grow up differently, or wanting retirement to feel peaceful instead of overwhelming. Sometimes people think they're searching for a house when they're really searching for relief. And I think that's a very real thing right now. One thing I notice driving through small towns in the summer is how much life still happens outside. People are at the local coffee shop. They're talking outside stores. There's music somewhere. Kids are running around at a community event. And it reminds me that people still want connection. I think we all do. I think sometimes we just get so busy surviving life that we forget we're allowed to enjoy it too. So if you've been feeling that pull lately, that feeling that maybe you want life to slow down a little, maybe it's worth paying attention to. Not because you have to move tomorrow, not because small town life is perfect, because it's not, but because sometimes the things we're craving are trying to tell us something. And maybe, just maybe, it's not about needing more. It's about needing different. Thanks for sitting at the table with me today, and I'll see you next week.